So we're just under 2 weeks out from the meet. Today we got squats. We're gonna do our squat opener actually today. So this is gonna be the perfect time for us to go back through our warm up. We've done this several times already, but I just wanna make sure everything feels right, everything's fine tuned. I'm not making too big of or too small of jumps. So we're gonna warm up and we're gonna do, like I said, our opener today. And we're just gonna hit it for a single, just as if it was an opener. So a couple things we need to keep in mind. Form needs to be dialed in. The way that we execute this when it comes to like cues and stuff like that needs to be dialed in. But also we're going to use this as kind of like we're getting commands as well. So I'm going to take some bigger pauses to when I unrack the bar. I'm going to take a kind of a longer pause so I can make sure that everything's, my knees are locked out. I'm settled. Bar's not moving. I get the command. I'm going to squat. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to wait and hopefully until I get like the rack command as well. So the federation I'm doing, the USPC, they have some pretty, they're faster, I want to say, commands. Anytime I've ever been to or seen a USPC meet, they tend to have a little bit of quicker commands, I'll say. USAPL, I've competed in twice now, have some pretty long commands. So they wait for a long time for you to settle, for things to sit, for things, whatever. So we're going to take that kind of into consideration here a little bit when we do this. But I still want to plan to have a really long start command, really long rack command. I want to get used to whatever the situation, the circumstances. Man, I almost combined both those words together. So I'm going to do this the same way when it comes to rest periods, when it comes to jumps, equipment. This is going to be just like the meet when it comes to warming up. So been doing this, did this last week, where my top set was honestly my last warm-up set. This will be my opener. And then next week, we're going to go back to our top set will be our very last opener. So I'm like sticking to my bar. So we move this down a little bit. There we go. So what I want to do for this is obviously, as you guys can tell, we're doing the bar. We're doing a plate. We're doing 2 plates. And we're doing all this with no rest. I don't want time in between these sets right now because, and as you guys can tell, I want my heart rate to be up. So I want to be breathing a little heavy when it comes to these sets, right? It's a warm up. We are warming ourselves up. We are preparing ourselves by getting warm. But obviously, that'll run out. We can't just keep going and going and going and going and going, obviously. So, 315. Let's see. 2 to 3 reps. We're gonna have the belt in. This one we're gonna take a minute rest, and then 2, and then 5. So, whew. Whew. All right. Before I show the top set, welcome to my channel. My name is John Mahaffey. I've been powerlifting for 5 years now. I'm kind of an amateur powerlifter, coach, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it. So my main thing here is normal training. You know, I work out in my garage gym. I'm married. I have a full-time job. I have kids, so my schedule changes. Things change. I do all my own programming, which updates, you know, week to week sometimes. So a lot of that to me showcases like just what normal really is. Really wish more lifters, advanced lifters, you know, more like professional lifters. I wish they were more transparent with how their day-to-day really affected their training and life. Really wanted to be transparent when it came to my programming. If you like this stuff, subscribe to my channel, helps me out a ton. Liking the video helps me out a ton. Let's get back to the workout and let's see what we can do in this top set. All right. Woo. All right, squat opener, done. We did a little change. We changed it from 435 to 440. The reason I did this is I wanted my jumps to be a little bit more consistent to set myself up for a better chance of really hitting a better PR at the meet, to be honest with you. Having the chance to actually touch a heavier weight. So what we did was I went from 435 to 440. And the reason for this is my last warm-up is going to be 405. And I don't know how much sense it really makes fully, but in my head, it does. So where we go from 365 to 405, that's what, a 40-pound jump right there. So I wanted to be decently consistent with that because I'm trying to make like incremental steps and jumps. So about a 40-pound jump from there to there. 405 to 440 is about a 35-pound jump. And then we're going to take either 465 or 470 as our second. And that's a 30 or 35-pound jump. That way, we can maybe take a 20 to 25-pound jump on our third. Does that make sense? So we're basically trying to take like these steps, and as it gets closer to maximal weight, we're lowering and lowering and lowering the jumps that we're taking. Kind of like going from the bar to a plate. That's a 90-pound jump. And then from another plate, 90 pounds, and then 90 pounds. And then we make a 50-pound jump. And then we make a 40, and then a 35, and then a 30, and then like a 20. You know, well, I want to make these jumps and leaps and steps in a way that makes sense to be, here's our maximal strength. I don't want to make these tiny little jumps to then make these gigantic jumps to where I can never catch myself. So we start here and we want to end here. We'll make big jumps, and as we get closer, these jumps get like smaller and smaller and smaller. That's the whole point behind it. Because to be honest with you, the difference between 435 and 440 for a single, I mean, what are we talking? Like, we're not even talking half an RPE. If we're talking about the intensity here between 440 and 435. So, wish it would have moved better, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna finish this workout up. I can't talk. We're gonna finish the workout up at that. I'm gonna do one more set of leg extension curls. And then I'm gonna do my other stuff, my hip flexor stuff, but I don't think I really need to put that in the video. So we're gonna call the video here. Overall, pretty good. Perhaps kind of done for squat. At this point, all I need to do is cut fatigue. I only got a few more squat sessions, really, in me. That's it. I got Tuesday, we're gonna do our secondary squat, which is 315 for some triples. Then we're gonna do, next week, we're gonna do a top single of 405, and then we're gonna do another day of 315. And I think I did 3 singles of 315, so the heavy stuff's done. I'll touch 405, I'll touch over 400 one more time before the meet. That's it. So squats wrapped up beautifully for this prep. Pretty happy with it. Things didn't move all right. I explained it in yesterday's vlog, but of course I didn't hit record, which is why my short says that. So I don't have a vlog from yesterday, but I explained yesterday. I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get done at our house. So part of the normal training is I have a normal life. So I have normal stuff to do, normal responsibilities. So things got in the way a little bit. Everything's went fine. Everything was according to plan, but it's definitely taken off my little bit of edge there. So, which is fun, which is what I want. It's not an excuse. It's almost like a way to kill excuses. Where if I don't feel 100% and I can still complete what I need to, then to me that builds my confidence going farther. That see, it doesn't matter. I can feel bad. I can be sick. I can be hurt. I can be a little beat up. I can be really tired, and I can still perform this way. So come meet, if everything feels right and dialed in, then it's over. It's game over. So, but I'm gonna do one more set of all this stuff. We're gonna call it quits. So I'll catch you guys on Tuesday afternoon for some close grip bench. One of our last heavy close grip sets we're gonna do. We got doubles, so we're gonna do that, finish that up, and then Thursday is our deadlift opener, and Saturday is going to be our bench number. So come back, watch some more of those videos when they come, see what I can do. And then obviously just stay tuned. We're under 2 weeks out from the meet. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. We'll see you guys in the next video.